What do you do when everything feels lost, when hope feels buried, and all that remains is silence? They went to the tomb, where the stone had been removed. What if what looked like the end was actually only the beginning of a new hope, a new life, and a new way that leads back to God? Just days before, everything fell apart. Jesus was betrayed by Judas. He was arrested, beaten, and then crucified. To the world, it looked like defeat, and it felt like darkness had won. His passion, suffering, and crucifixion was an entrance into the darkness of man, a darkness caused by the sin of all humanity. He stepped into our brokenness, into our fear, and our separation from God. But through the cross, we have been shown mercy. Through his sacrifice, the broken bond between God and man has been restored. And through his death, sin has been paid for, and we have been given a new life. When the third day of his death came, Mary Magdalene, Simon Peter, and John went to the tomb. They were not expecting a miracle, but the stone was rolled away, and the body of Jesus was gone. Confusion and fear overwhelmed them. Did someone take him? They did not yet fully understand. But something was different. The burial cloths were left behind. This was not theft. This was something else. This gospel shows us something deeply human. How quickly they assumed the worst. How easily they fell into fear. But then came the turning point. From confusion to curiosity. From curiosity to belief. Like Peter and John, we are invited to run toward the truth, to not stay in despair, but to move toward hope. Because the resurrection is not just an event, it is the moment that everything changes. The resurrection is about Jesus coming back to life, and it is a new life breaking into the world. It means that death is not the end. It means that sin no longer has the final word, and it means that darkness does not win. The resurrection makes all things new. It renews the bond between God and man, and more than that, his resurrection becomes our resurrection. We are no longer separated from God, and we are invited to share in his victory. What does this mean for us today? It means that our story is not over, that our pain, our struggles, our failures are not the final chapter. Because when we are united to Christ's passion, our daily crosses become paths to glory. Our suffering is not wasted. Our waiting is not meaningless. Because if Christ can rise from the dead, then nothing, absolutely nothing, is impossible for God. We all have moments that feel like tombs. Grief, fear, despair, loss. Moments where everything feels sealed and final. But the resurrection tells us the stone can be rolled away. We can rise from sin, from fear, from hopelessness, from defeat, and into victory. This is our story too. Like Peter and John, we are called to run. Run toward hope. Run toward the truth. Run toward God. When we assume the worst, we need to choose faith. When life feels uncertain, we need to trust that God will provide. When life is in the midst of darkness, believe that even the smallest spark of light can lead us to believe what we cannot fully see. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. The resurrection is the fulfillment of God's love story, a story that began in darkness, in suffering and in sacrifice, but it ends in victory, in triumph, and in redemption. For the tomb is empty, and Jesus, our Savior, lives today. Let us choose to believe because what looked like the end was only the beginning of a restored relationship with God, of a restored sense of hope in Him, of a life that will never yield again to death.